Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
Okay. Today I thought I would share with you my thoughts about this Victoria's Secret, this global brand. Now what they have started is, before they had lingerie, super skinny models, but who are sexy, they would represent the brand. And they were called the Angels. I've not seen many of the fashion shows and all that, but the pageantry, the luxury, the branding, very intelligent, very smart. Okay. Now the reason I bring this topic is my client, I told you, she's a model and she's participated in all these pageants before. Now she's retired from there. She's focusing on business world. So she asked me, we talk about business here and there. Plus she's my client, so she asked me, what the hell is going on? Before they had Victoria's Secrets, they had these sexy models. And now they're having people like Priyanka Chopra, Indian actress, and she has her own brand of stuff and all that. Then you have, it seems you have a transgender. You have a man who was undergone surgery to look like a woman. Okay. And on top of that, you have this female, Rapinoe or something. I don't know the names. I'll put it on the screen. Each of the thing. This football player. At first I thought it was a guy. It's actually a girl. She has purple hair or pink hair, and apparently she's a good football player. Never seen her, never heard of her. Okay. And she's an activist. So now you have Victoria's Secret moving from sexy models, desirable women, to activism. So she asked me, what do you think about this? Okay, I'll give my thoughts. You can comment down below and let me know if I'm right or wrong. And like I said, I'm not very familiar with the names because I've read it via, just like you, Google or Wikipedia. So I'll put the names on the screen or down below. Okay. Now let's understand this. Victoria's Secret was created by a guy with a vision for sexy lingerie for sexy women. Okay. Now, yes, the term sexy, subjective. What I might find sexy, you may not find sexy, but there is a standard acceptable norm. Okay, we have certain standards, and those standards have been accepted over the period of time. Like, for example, whatever the standard, like shaking hands, shake hands, or that's a acceptable standard as a greeting. In India, it's namaste. So which one is right, shaking hand or namaste? So you can't say either or. So there are certain standards. Now, if you see in maybe Russia what may be beautiful versus what is beautiful in Africa versus what is beautiful in China, maybe there are slight differences. Okay, not many. And then if you go to tribal regions, totally different. Okay, so sexy is subjective, but let's limit it to the target market this guy wanted to focus. So the target market he wanted to focus, that guy, whoever created it, I saw his profile, visionary, and it appealed to his target market, and he started to sell, and yes, it started to gain popularity, and that's how it grew. Now the next phase came whereby Obviously, they wanted aggressive expansion. They wanted to make it global. They wanted to make it a phenomenon. They wanted to make it all around the world. So what do you do then? So then you start opening branches around the world, and you start giving people what they want. Make them want to see more, want more. And that was even more sexy, pushing the boundaries. And then the Victoria's Secret that we all came to know was all the grandeur, the pomp, the luxury, it was crazy. It was like each girl was really decked up with jewelry, and they were so thin to the point of skinny, where but yes, they were attractive. They were really attractive. Skinny, yes, but attractive also, yes. I don't know if Giselle Bundchen, that's the only name I know in the modeling world, but I'm pretty sure Naomi Campbell or whoever, I don't know if they have, but they must have been very popular ones. Now, just like every other brand on our planet, there is a phase, there is a time where something gains popularity, reaches tipping point and loses. It can be like Levi's jeans, it can be like Gap, it can be like Debenhams, all these brands, okay? They reach a point after which people their taste change, because the new generation has come and the new generation doesn't relate to this. Like, for example, before on the silver screen, you would have a cowboy, Clint Eastwood and all that, the guy with a cap and rugged, beard and, smoking and rough, tough clothes and jeans. Those were the days where that was considered macho. And then, yes, obviously, we transitioned to muscle men and Arnold and Rambo and all that. Today, however, the alpha male has been replaced with the borderline between being genius like a Steve Jobs or intellect, smart, thin, not very muscled, who knows dancing, singing, to the point where even some of them like to be a little feminine. So this is the reality. Let's not say no. Okay. However, the problem is when you get a groups of people each wanting to push their own agenda, okay, then you start pushing it in different corners. Now, case in point, I'm talking of the LGBTQ community, which is a very tiny, very small fraction. And out of them, the ones who are making noise are also even smaller. Okay. Now, I have nothing against LGBTQ community, and you can be trans, queer, whatever. Okay. However, forcing the entire world, what a 1% or 5% want, making 95% accept, I think that's stupidity. Now, what is happening is, I know what you'll say, oh, get off your ignorance. Global brands are accepting. See, global brands are accepting now because they are not aware of what the price is. They do not know what the end result is. Whatever you start now, you'll see the end result after a few years. For example, I'll give you a small example. Now, you have Oscars. Oscars was anyway in a decline. Then they bought in this woke concept. Oh no, this joke is offensive. Oh no, this is bad. You have to be nice, you have to be polite. Oh, we don't want only white actors. We want, this time all the actors will be Chinese and black and Indian and Muslim. And so you're having categories. It's like in India, you have categories created and you just want to fill them up. No, it's like in running, in athletics, in the men's, you'll have first prize for African, first prize for whites, first prize for Europeans. What? Why do you allow all of them to compete together? Why there are no subcategories there? Why don't you say, oh, inclusion of LGBTQ, one standing should be given to them, because it's stupid. See, I'll tell you now what is the problem, why Victoria's Secret has moved this direction. Number one is its sales are declining anyhow. That is number one. I've been to a Victoria's Secret shop, okay, in Dubai. Very luxurious, very posh, very niche. You know, it absolutely is like, you know, what is that word? Coat hauteur or something? They have all these fancy terms here. I'm not a fashion connoisseur or coat hauteur or what? Couture or some shit name, okay. So pink and purple and black and, you know, all hi-fi, okay. And obviously the lingerie, the panties are so thin, and there are some people who like it, and the bra is more like a, I don't know, you know, like when you, in the kitchen, when you strain vegetables, the strainer, it's so thin, man. Anyway, nice flowery design and all that. People get fascinated to decorating or seeing decorations near the genital area or the private parts. So, okay, fine. Now, sales are declining because now the people, you know, it's like a fashion statement. Okay, we had enough of this. Now I can get a cheaper brand that looks exactly like Victoria's Secret for maybe 50% off, maybe 60%. I know so many Filipinos in Dubai. I used to date them. They earn small salaries, but they wanted to look equally sexy, but they don't have the money to buy. And I'll tell you, they are the most intelligent of the lot. They are really smart, very smart. They would go to these places, these shops, where you'd get the exact replica. In fact, if you'd hold a Victoria's Secret lingerie and this pirated one, at least me, I was not able to see the difference. It was so close, you know. I mean, I might have to literally sit down for some time and check each stitch and this and that. So people eventually they're like, okay, this is my undergarment, and the light is dark. Where is he going to check? Is this Victoria's Secret or is this, you know, Malipuram's secret or Jesse D'Souza's secret or Jayalalitha's secret? Who the fuck cares, man? Anyway, so they got cheaper on, like Levi's. I never purchased a Levi's jeans because I used to always think, man, I can get a Giordano jeans, I can get another kind of jeans, I can get a jeans that is 1/3 the price. Who the fuck cares, man? Okay, so now sales are declining. And on top of that, poor leadership. You know, you had this, I read, there was this marketing guy who, when the transgender community and when the fat community, filled with all the facts, they complained that Victoria's Secret didn't have sizes for them. He said, every product is not meant for everyone. We are specific to our target market. Now, what he said is common sense. Oh, no sooner he said that, the entire woke community and fat community and, you know, not who fit into this popular target market community, all, wow, these, that, okay. And the poor fellow, because the corporate world is so fake, they replaced him, the guy, the visionary, the marketing guy, okay. They replaced him. Now, when you replaced talent, you replace competence, you cannot replace it so easily. You cannot get someone. Okay, so that was one nail in the coffin. Then declining business, another nail in the coffin. Then on top of that, he ended up getting this COVID, which fucked up everything. See, for a lingerie, no, you enjoy going there, enjoy the experience. If you have to purchase online, you can purchase anything. Who the fuck cares, man? You know, the reason you go to these stores is to have that experience, the feel. That's why women love to go shopping. Online is not the same. Now, and especially if you are a beautiful looking woman and you're thin, you obviously want to flaunt, you know. Okay, Priyanka Chopra is acceptable, fine. You want to target a new market. But does she have the selling power to influence the majority? Which is your majority market? Is it the West? Then having a person who does not relate to you. Now, the second one is even more worse than the first one. For me, Priyanka Chopra is attractive, but wrong choice for the Western markets. No Westerner is going to look at Priyanka Chopra. Wow! I mean, how many Hollywood movies has she done? How many Western brands is she endorsing that? Okay, if you're taken, what is her name? That enlarged, oversized butt. What's her name? That dinosaur here. Kim Kardashian, yeah. Or her, any of those sisters. Fine, it would make more sense. What are you doing with Priyanka Chopra, man? Okay, no, that is one. Now, next one is even worse. I think there's this transgender who you're endorsing or... See, when I think of lingerie, when I think of women, I think I've been born and raised to think of natural breasts or a natural vagina, okay? That's how women's biology is. I look at myself, I look at my private parts and I recognize myself as this is male. Now, when you start having a person who has the male package and silicone implants to puff up their chest with injection and all that to make it look like breasts, you call it a she-male or you call it a transgender or whatever, it doesn't turn on most of the people. Just imagine, we have always been raised to think boy has a masculine voice, girl has a feminine voice. And just imagine reversing this. What? When I fantasize of women, I don't think of a person with female breasts and a dick with a pair of balls. It's such a fucking turn off. It's like even if you're feeling horny, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh shit, please. Now this is not to discriminate them. It is simple. I don't find them attractive. If you do, good for you. Suck on it. I mean, where is the common sense, yeah? And then if that was not stupid enough, like I said, I'm not too sure about the transgender bit. I'll have to check. But I'm sure about this a football player. Oh my goodness. A football player, female, who looks so stressed out, whose face looks so, scrawny. She doesn't have anything that makes her look like a model. Are you buying a lingerie for erotic sex or are you buying lingerie for Mother Teresa's values of equality and change the world? Are you thinking of values that God will bless you? Are you buying a lingerie for that? Then what will you think of next? A lingerie with a crucifix or a lingerie with God's photo? Or just imagine if you put anything of Islam over there. Finished. What is going to happen is the sales, forget decline, it's going to die. And this female, this football player is screaming, oh, I want equal pay to men. Yeah, bring in the revenue, no? The number of people who go to watch Cristiano, Ronaldo, or I don't know who's a football player, I don't see that. Messi, Lionel Messi, or Zidane, or all these people. Or what's his name? Cristiano. Yeah, whatever. Whichever football player is there. I don't see football. But when I do switch on to any of these, oh man, the stadiums are sold out. People are dying to see them. Who wants to see a couple of girls play football? I'm sure men would be more happy to see girls mud wrestling or girls erotic massage something, or naked football. Oh, that'll have a sellout. Now you might say, oh, Law, you're so dirty-minded and all that. Oh, you have a daughter. I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you reality. You think women go to see football? How many women go to see football? How many? When you compare to men, how many? We are trying to change gender roles and trying to create a revolution to the point where, you know, what is going to happen? All these brands are going to die. Oscars is dying. Nobody's interested to see it. This bloody, what do you say? This Victoria's Secret anyway is dead. Now, after doing this, you can't reverse it. It's a permanent damage to your brand. And so who you're going to keep happy? You're going to keep happy this small segment of people, small segment, which is 5%, who might buy, oh, transgender underwears where you can keep a sausage as well as a putang, you know, both 2 in 1. Fine, you'll keep them happy. The rest of the people will be, fuck all this, man. I don't need this shit. And I'll tell you, when their bottom line suffers, each and every one of these companies, from Disney to everyone else, eventually they'll realize, shit, I need to stop this. And I'll tell you, it'll go on until one point where people will say, fuck this. I'm not into activism. I'm not into change the world. I'm into improving my bottom line. I'll just leave you with a final thought. You see all these bodybuilding brands, or you see this sports brand, Adidas, Nike, okay, Under Armour. Just imagine if they start featuring people with beer bellies or fat, oversized elephants, or people who have never done exercise, and a dad and mom walking, oh, Nike, just do it, oh, Adidas, impossible, nothing, oh, I can walk. What a joke it would be, man. Same thing goes for Victoria's Secret, same thing. We have a certain image, we have a certain standard. If you try to change all of this forcefully, which is happening forcefully, you're going to get backlash and you'll pay the price. And in the end, when your brand dies out, then people will have a nice case study as to why all this bullshit shouldn't have happened in the first place. Victoria's Secret, for a fact, was dying. Getting this clown as a CEO or whatever, ruining the chief marketing guy who created the brand, and now trying to keep the small dot of useless, nobody's happy. All the best. Just watch. Victoria's Secret will file for bankruptcy and it's bye-bye. Then it'll be just a secret. No Victoria. Then they can put Ramu's Secret, maybe, or Richard's Secret. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Let me know what are yours. All right, you guys take care.